We're here in Warrenton, Virginia, and this is the shooting range, the Clark shooting range.
Clark Brothers.
And we're basically just driving across the country, getting some questions from people. What are your thoughts about the fact that he got a second term and he was inaugurated?
I think it's great that Bush got reelected.
I mean, I had little 10-year-old kids I'm nannying, and they're like, "Who'd you vote for?" And I'm like, "Well, I voted for Kerry." And they're like, "Oh, you shouldn't have done that." I'm like, "You're 10."
Well, if you had been able to vote, who would it have been?
George Bush. George Bush.
I would have voted for George Bush.
Do you believe in nationalized health care?
You know, I definitely think it's a great idea. I mean, it's a great idea for someone like me who's, you know, working 40 hours a week and has horrible benefits.
Yeah, Bush is pretty much against it. Most of the Republican Congress is against it.
Right, I did not know that. That's probably why we don't have it, right?
How does it feel to be living in Austin in 2005?
I feel privileged not to be in a Bush country.
This administration operates on fear.
I think Bush is a rotten scoundrel.
It seems to be getting redder and redder as the years go on.
If there's no dissent, there is no democracy.
Does the average American know that they own the airwaves?
The average American does not know, and that's our responsibility.
More powerful than any bomb, than any missile, the Pentagon has deployed the U.S. media, and it acted as a conveyor belt for the lies of the administration.
Better get right with Jesus, he's coming back someday. He's coming back someday to be with you and me.
The unemployment rate here is 18% right now, I believe. Yes.
Can I ask you who you voted for?
I voted for George Bush.
He's a good Christian man.
He's a strong Christian man.
I do believe he is a good Christian man.
I think Bush is in control and he's a godly man.
The economy needs to get better. Jobs, we need jobs. We need health care. We need health care. But I'm still going to stand behind my president. Whether, I think it's right or wrong, I'm still going to support him. Because that's my duty as an American, I think.
What's your opinion on this war?
Don't believe in it. I think we've opened a can of worms over there.
Those people have fought before Jesus was born, and they're going to fight till Jesus comes back.
This town, it's been a rough time. We've lost about 3,000 jobs in the last year.
Why didn't you vote?
I just didn't.
Who would you have voted for, though?
Bush.
Who would you have voted for if you had voted in the last election?
I voted for Bush.
And why did you vote for George Bush?
Because my husband told me to.
This is Crawford, Texas, the so-called home of George W. Bush. Are there any people here that voted for Kerry?
I hope not. This is a Republican world.
How come I voted Republican? The Republicans stand more for the strong marriages, no homosexuality, and all that kind of stuff.
Who did you vote for?
Well, I voted for, Bush. I voted for Bush. I just pulled a lever for him.
Oh, you didn't know much about the other person, or did you know much about the other?
I didn't know nothing about the other person,
What's the president's name?
I don't know. George
Bush.
Yeah.
I believe they need to have George Bush over there with a gun in his hand and let him fight the war. He want to start the war, though. That's how I feel personally. Because before he came in, I believe the country was doing all right.